What if I told you the only thing standing between you and the life you want is you? And what if I showed you a way to break free from your old identity so fast it's almost illegal? Let's get real. Most people are stuck. They're drifting through life half asleep, waiting for something to change. But what if I told you you could flip the switch overnight? What if you could wake up tomorrow as a completely different person with more focus, more confidence, and a mindset built for success? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing, it's not. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. This is not about setting goals you'll abandon in 2 weeks. It's not about waiting for motivation to magically appear. It's about shifting your identity right now so that the things you've been struggling with, they become effortless. Let's talk about the alter ego effect and how it can rewire your brain to create the life you actually want. Stay with me. The problem. Why most people stay stuck. Let's start with why most people never change. The truth is not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't have potential. It's because they're trapped in the middle, neither fully committed to success nor completely failing. Just floating, and that middle ground is a slow death. Think about it. If you're at rock bottom, at least there's urgency to change. If you're thriving, you're already on the right path. But if you're somewhere in between, you're comfortable enough to stay the same, but dissatisfied enough to always feel restless. That's why people binge watch self-improvement videos without actually improving. They want change, but not enough to demand it from themselves. So what's the answer? It's not more rest. It's not a vacation. It's not waiting for the right time. It's doing something radical. Something that shocks your system into a new reality. And that's where the alter ego effect comes in. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how different you are in certain situations? Like the way you talk to your boss versus your best friend, the way you act around your parents versus the way you act online. It's not fake, it's not inauthentic, it's human nature. We're shapeshifters, and if you can consciously control which version of yourself shows up in a given moment, you can unlock a version of yourself that's capable of anything. Look at Martin Luther King Jr. He wore non-prescription glasses during speeches, not because he needed them, but because they made him feel like a more distinguished intellectual. His alter ego helped him step into the role he needed to play. And then there's you. Right now, you're operating from a certain identity. The person who struggles with motivation, who procrastinates, who second guesses themselves. But what if, starting today, you created an alter ego, one that is disciplined, fearless, relentless, and every time you step into that role, you become that person. So let's talk about how to do that. Step 1, define your new identity. First, get clear on who you want to become. This isn't about vague resolutions like, I want to be more successful. No, you need a clear, compelling vision. Ask yourself, how does the highest version of me think? How do they speak? How do they carry themselves? What do they refuse to tolerate? Take a moment and visualize it. Close your eyes if you have to. Picture yourself in a year, living the life you've always wanted. What are you doing differently? What habits have you left behind? How do people perceive you? Now write it down. This step is critical because when you put it on paper, it stops being a vague idea and starts becoming something real. Step 2. Give your alter ego a name. Sounds silly, maybe, but stick with me. When you name something, you give it power. You create separation between who you were and who you are becoming. Think about it. Beyonce had Sasha Fierce. David Goggins has Goggins. Who's yours? What's your alter ego's name? Because the next time you feel lazy or scared or doubtful, when you're not acting as you anymore, you're stepping into your alter ego, and your alter ego, they don't make excuses. To make this even more powerful, think about what qualities your alter ego embodies. Are they fearless, ruthlessly disciplined, highly strategic? Write those traits down next to their name. You need to own this new identity. Step 3. Act as if. Now here's the game changer. You don't wait until you feel like this new version of yourself. You act as if you already are. Want to be more confident? Walk into every room like you belong there. Want to be disciplined? Stop negotiating with yourself. Act like someone who follows through. Want to be successful? Make decisions like someone who's already at the top. And here's where most people mess up. They overthink it. They hesitate. Don't. Instead, act on instinct. Before you can talk yourself out of it, just do it. A simple trick. Start with micro actions. If your alter ego is a world-class athlete, how do they wake up? What do they eat? How do they train? Do those things. If your alter ego is a CEO, how do they structure their day? Who do they network with? Start behaving accordingly, even if it feels unnatural at first. Step 4. Commit with a physical action. Alright, this is where we separate the people who actually change from the ones who stay stuck. You need to do something physically that makes this real. Shave your head. Seriously. Or get a bold haircut. Do something that marks this shift. Throw out your old clothes and buy ones that fit your new identity. Sign up for the gym. Not next week. Now. Start the business. Post the first video. Launch the thing you've been delaying. These physical actions send a message to your brain. This is happening. There's no turning back. The final step? Go war mode. For the next 90 days, I want you to go all in. No half measures, no waiting for motivation. This is war mode. Say yes to every opportunity. Put yourself in situations that force you to level up. Push yourself past your limits and see what you're really capable of. Track your progress. Journal about your wins. Review your setbacks. Keep reminding yourself why you started this. And most importantly, stay consistent. Because the difference between those who succeed and those who don't, it's not talent, it's who sticks with it when it gets tough. So the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to stop playing small? Are you ready to stop waiting for change and start creating it? If you are, then here's your first step. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your alter ego's name? Who are you becoming? I want to hear it. And if this episode hit home for you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And also don't forget to drop a like. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.